By the way, if you are listening to this podcast, it is because of Anchor.fm. Anchor is a free app in the App Store for any mobile device. There's also an app on the computer and a web interface, and it lets you record your podcast right there on that device. You don't have to use like sophisticated Pro Tools or Logic or a mixer board or any of that fun stuff. You just hit a button and you talk about what you want to talk about.
I like it.
I like it too. It's really exciting because you can make a podcast and it distributes it to like 12 or 15 different podcast services all at once on their end. You don't actually have to like go submit it to iTunes or something like that.
That is super convenient.
It is super convenient. It's great. And you can do sponsorships, so you can do like little promotional commercial type stuff, and then they give you some money.
Yeah.
Which money is nice. It gets things and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. Highlights. Free app. Easy distribution. Instantly record.
Done.
Yeah. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Welcome to Screaming at Trees, which is a new podcast where we do things that are completely pointless. You know, like screaming at trees. I'm Adam, and my brother Corey's here.
What's up?
And my friend Dan's here. He's the quiet type. And we're gonna talk about weird stuff because that's what we do. It's fun. So Dan had an exciting project recently that got more and more complicated the further into it he got, and he wants to share some of the fun details of that.
I didn't want to share it on a podcast, though.
Oh well, we'll bleep it out. So when you say like Doug is a jerk, we'll make it say Boop is a jerk.
No.
No, we don't like Doug. No, I don't actually know anybody named Doug. Do I know anybody named Doug?
I'm just reading the reviews on this microphone. It's pretty funny.
Apparently, we're abandoning what we were going to talk about. We're talking about other things now.
I didn't know we were going to talk about it. I thought we were just playing it through here to put it in speakers so you could listen to it.
Oh, apparently we almost tricked Dan into talking about it, but then he figured out that the microphone in front of him was turned on.
So this microphone is a $30 kit on Amazon with a condenser mic with a shock mount and a arm, like an attachment thing.
This is the one you're using right now because it was like $30 on Amazon.
Yeah, so it's for $30, and one of the reviews says, extremely poor quality product, but great customer service, sort of. Musicians beware, this is not a professional studio mic.
Well, I guess
This product is poor quality. I don't know who would buy a $35, well, and that's with everything. So what is it, like a $10 mic? And expect it to be...
Well, that mount costs $20 by itself.
Right. So who would expect this to be professional quality studio mic?
I mean, I bought 3 of them.
Right.
But not to like
capture
professional vocals on a rock song or something.
Here's
I bought them to talk on the radio.
Here's some reviews that are in French. Points positifs,
Je
points
m'appelle Marie.
negatives. I can't read that. Best quality mic in the price range. It might be the only mic I've seen in that price range.
Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
Anyway.
That's all the French I know, and I think it means, hey, what's up?
Oh, just as good as any $100 plus microphone. I have a $100 plus microphone at home that's probably a lot better.
What's it I mean, what are they going to do with a $100 plus microphone? Because maybe for them it's just as good.
Yeah.
Like so that I can sit in the bathroom and talk into it.
It says the 3.5 millimeter on your sound card doesn't have enough power for this microphone, so it will sound low. The thing is that this mic won't even work on that because it needs the phantom power.
That's true. This one had an XLR to headphone jack cable. Like not like an adapter, but that was the whole cable. Never tried to plug it into anything. Did you try to plug it into anything through the headphone jack?
The headphone jack.
You can't shake your head on the radio.
Oh, it doesn't work, does it? Yeah, no, I have not.
But you can't plug a mic into a headphone jack.
Accurate. I mean, you can. Whether or not it does anything is the question.
Actually, if you plug like a dynamic mic into a headphone jack, it'll make sound. Because it plays back out the other way. And a dynamic mic, the coil, it's the same thing as a speaker.
I assume that it was like for like old PCs that had a microphone input and a headphone output that were the exact same plug next to each other. I would assume.
But on a condenser mic, you'd have to have something that'll drive the power for it. So,
Right.
48 volts or whatever.
It is powered,
Yeah.
and that power doesn't come through that little mic jack on your old PC. It's true.
It's a great episode.
Yeah.
No, that was the thing that was stopping me from doing recording and stuff before, is I didn't have the guy here
Interface.
interface
Yeah.
to hook into. All
We-
I had was like a tablet.
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
microphone, and it doesn't work. It doesn't go from
Yeah.
condenser microphone to tablet.
Ironically, that interface will work with a tablet if you have the right
Yeah.
USB cable.
I just had to have that thing,
Right.
which I borrowed from you, but then by that time everything went nuts and sideways.
Like-
And
By that time, we'd given up on all of our dreams. Yeah.
half accurate, but we're back into it.
Is all that
We're
works.
doing this
Yeah.
now. And
Yeah.
Well, I
so,
just gave up on the dreams that were nightmares.
well, we spent the whole weekend recording. Well, we recorded a song that we wrote years ago, and we recorded several instruments and vocals. And then we wrote a whole nother song and recorded 2 or 3 instruments and vocals on that. We did all of that with the 2-channel Focusrite Solo interface. And a slightly better microphone than the one I'm using right now, which came with the interface for like $150. And Logic on a 5-year-old iMac, which is still kicking butt. It's running Catalina and everything. It's as updated as it gets. And we recorded electric guitar through the Amplify V100 or something like that pedal board that I bought 3 or 4 years ago.
FX100.
The FX100. And the only thing that's great about that, other than it goes on the floor like a pedal board does, is that it connects through Bluetooth to an app on a smart device that lets you like tweak the crap out of any of the presets. Like you can pick different pedals in the chain, you can change the cabinet for the amps, all sorts of crazy stuff. But we did all of that, and I played some guitar, and I didn't have my bass with me, so I played an electric guitar 1 note at a time, and then shifted it down an octave with software and Logic. And then Ben came over and played some guitar, and Rob came over and played some guitar, and Marvin showed up and re-recorded vocals like 100 times. Because, vocalists are picky. Guitar players are like, yeah, I mean, it's not in time, so we're good.
A double negative.
Yeah, that's what we go for, is the not bad. We go for the good, not bad. Yeah. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I wouldn't say done, but we have all of the sound that we need to get it done, probably. One of the neater things in Logic is the fake drummer thing.
Yeah.
Like robot drummer. He's like,
You mean like the guy from David Crowder Band?
yeah, the guy
B-Wack.
from B-Wack. We have
Made that
B-Wack in
robotic
our
drummer.
computer.
Remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that video. And when you like see like from his point of view, you're hearing like Mexican radio.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have that
Do
video?
you want me to find the video here?
Yeah, we'll play
Okay.
some of it.
I guess
It's pretty entertaining.
I'll plug this in. It's probably going to be... Oh, mute it. Hit the mute button. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
That's great. I want to find it here. Oh, Steve 3.0.
That's right. It's Steve 3.0. And so you can't watch this video
Okay.
because there's no video involved in this, but we'll listen to some
It's
of
on
it.
its way.
Yeah. That was a commercial.
I'm a little disappointed. I think we forgot to
I don't
introduce
have
somebody.
anything.
Oh, we
Which
did.
one are you plugged
we
into?
Did.
We did.
We brought our robot drummer Steve along. He gets left out a lot. He came out with us on a few Crowder Band tours a long time ago.
So this
Me and a
sound, I
couple
think, is
friends who are
because
in
you have
engineering
a
school
4-pin
built
cable.
Steve. And
I have a 4-pin cable.
This thing
He
has
wore
4
out.
pins.
Steve have a last name.
3PO. Steve 3PO. He wore out.
See, if
All
I
his-
pull it out.
It was like our
Oh,
throat.
yeah, that's
he was
better.
Made out of aluminum.
It's stereo.
And
All the other ones are
All
monos.
these moving parts. If you think about it, after a few tours.
It also
worth
does
of
Bluetooth,
just
apparently.
hitting the drum over and over again, he
This
wore
is
out. So I
B-Wack,
spent last
the
year
drummer from
building
the David Crowder Band, who's now
This
the
is
drummer for
actually
the
Steve in prototype mode.
Digital Age,
I have a machine shop in Waco
talking
building
about the robot that
those
he
little
built
white
to play
plastic
drums.
parts. And then eventually all those controls will be mounted to his chest. And his head will be on top. His head, he's in Waco. I haven't transplanted him yet, so I guess technically this is like the arms and limbs of the future Steve 3PO 2.0. But tonight,
So is he not going to play?
he's kind of here in spirit.
Is he just
So I'm
parts?
just driving him with MIDI too.
I'll find a spot where he plays.
Oh, he's a MIDI controlled
Yeah.
drum.
And I will fast forward to
No, the MIDI in Ableton triggers the motors that make the sticks move.
He really is a robot drum.
So years ago when we were doing this with Crowder Band, we had like
Anyway,
Yeah, so that's our Crowder experience for you. Who doesn't love a little David Crowder? That guy's awesome.
remember back in the day there were those drawings on Christian radio for Chowder with Crowder? Because his church had like a annual Chowder cook-off.
I would have gone to
And you
that,
could
but
sign up
not
to
eating
get
any
flown down.
chowder. Chowder's not my favorite thing. Maybe if he has like a brother named Billy, and you could have chili with Billy while
I'd go to
having
that.
chowder with Crowder. Yeah, that'd be good. I'd eat chili near Crowder.
What would you have with BWAC?
B-Wack. I
Have a light snack.
A beer with
a light snack with B-Wack. Good job, Corey. That's exactly what I would have with B-Wack. I think everybody else in the band is named Matt. There's like 3 of them. What would you have with Matt? You wouldn't. You don't want to hang out with Matt. Any of the Matts. Right. All right. Sorry, Matt. And Matt. And Matt. I apologize. Yeah. Anyway, that's good times. I don't know what else to talk about. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, this is funny. I was reading Apple News on my phone because I do that when I'm bored out of my mind. And apparently Tom Cruise wants to film a movie in space. Like actually in space. Not like a space movie that's filmed. But like go into space and film a movie. And so I clicked this article because I'm like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's got to be interesting. And I open it, and the picture at the top of it is the cast of Community, which is a TV show that was on NBC for a while that is just completely ridiculous. I have no idea why that picture was on that article because that article had nothing to do with that show on any level. Maybe it's just the most ridiculous thing you can think of is that TV show and Tom Cruise filming a movie in space. Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Both of them work equally crazy.
Yeah, you think Tom Cruise would totally go film a movie in space, wouldn't he? He's the guy that does all of his own stunts. Like straps himself to the outside of an airplane so they can film him being strapped to the outside of an airplane. That happened in real life. For whatever the...
It's a metaphor, but it actually happens.
I can't remember what the movie was.
It was Mission Impossible 5.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. The Rogue,
Rogue
Nation. Yeah. Which sounds like an amateur radio station. You're listening to Rogue Nation, where we rogue.
Yeah, the internet says Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
That's why we keep Dan here. He looks stuff up while we're just supposing.
Yeah, so one of the stunts, he was strapped to an Airbus 400.
That's a pretty big plane.
Yep.
Like you can put a bus in it, probably.
During takeoff. And probably a little bit into the air.
Was that to intentionally film a scene where he was trying to get on the plane but didn't quite get in? I never watched the movie.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we could find that clip.
I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to make people listen to us watching a video clip because we've already done that.
Well, we're going to keep talking, and we're just going to watch it while we keep talking.
Why do the stunts look real? Because they're totally real. Is that,
Oh, yeah.
Was that Clint Eastwood's son directing this movie?
Get out the bungee cords. We got Tom Cruise here. We got our extra ratchet strap.
Tom Cruise is like, I'm
Oh.
a very talented
Oh, what
actor.
was that?
I want to almost
Did you
die.
see that?
Yeah, they were putting stuff in his eyes.
Oh. Oh. But-
Like, yeah, that's so after the apocalypse he can buy groceries, right?
They're like,
They're chipping his
oh,
eyeballs.
that's cute.
Wait, yeah, that wasn't a movie he did. That's not this movie.
Wait, here they go. They got him strapped on.
Yep, he's holding on to the plane. He looks like he's having a good time, though. He's wearing sunglasses that haven't come off yet. Oh, nope, there they go.
Wow. So that they actually flew with him on the side?
Looks like it. I mean, he's clearly strapped on. Was he strapped on in the movie,
I figured
or
it would
did they
just been like some kind of
They probably
digitally
green screen
remove the
behind
straps?
point.
Yeah. What people don't know is that he died during that scene, and the rest of the movie was a stunt double. Like the actual acting is a stunt double, but he's the one that's doing the stunts.
That'd be crazy.
Someone says that scared the Scientology out of him.
It might have actually.
Tom Cruise hit me with the witchcraft.
They did it 8 times.
No, I want to do it again, but I can't hear.
After
it's so
the
loud on the side of an airplane.
after the third time, they didn't have to put gel in his hair anymore. It was stayed that way.
Oh, so those were protective contacts they were dropping in with that thing.
Because
So
of
like
that
that little
high
suction
wind.
cup thing. So contacts instead of safety glasses.
That's terrifying.
It's weird. It was like looking at a Nerf dart, like them
You know
putting
what's
something in
safer
his eye with a Nerf
than
dart.
safety glasses? Putting something directly in your eyeball. That's way safer than wearing glasses
Doing
over
all
your
those
eyes.
stunts and he can't put in contacts into his eye.
It's like, somebody's got to do this for me. I know I look tough, but
It's like I jump off of buildings, but you know.
That was probably like a special tool for the, probably some heavy like, plastic contacts. I don't know.
yeah. Those are to make sure that his eyes don't actually come out of the socket while he's traveling at 600 miles an hour on the side of an airplane for some reason. Oh, what a crazy dude. The crazy thing is that they didn't just like strap him on there with no experience. They made somebody else do that stunt to make sure that he could do that stunt and tell him how to do it. You know that they did that.
The bigger stunt was getting your eye poked.
Yeah.
Just storyboarded out with crayons.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was hanging off the side
This
of a
would be
plane
so
for
cool.
8 takes. The hardest part was putting contacts in before it's a giant suction cup robot arm comes in.
that's
Thanks.
the thing that happens. I mean, I got in that car wreck, and the worst part about it was getting a tetanus shot at the hospital afterwards.
The best part of you getting in that car wreck was us going to sign like the contract to live in the apartment complex right after your accident with your head wrapped in bandages, and the girl that was having us sign the papers be like, "Are you sure you don't want to come back and do this later? Are you okay? Are you okay?" It was great. She seemed genuinely concerned. She probably should get a raise.
Yeah. And after looking in the mirror, I thought, oh, yeah, I probably should have went straight to the hospital.
Yeah, and we went to the emergency room right afterwards, and he was in there for like 3 hours. I don't even know what they did. And like they took some of his blood, they chipped him for the Holocaust thing, and then they're like, "Yeah, you don't have coronavirus."
Yeah, it was right at that time, too.
Yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know that the EMTs and the other car did not give him coronavirus, because that's all the contact that he had, other than the girl that had us sign the lease. So maybe she, she was coughing an awful lot, and they locked us in. And then when we tried to leave, there was somebody walking up to the door, so she had us all hide around a corner. He goes, "Just wait here until they leave." And I'm like, "What?" I'm not sure 100% that I want to live in a place where the people that work in the office try to hide from people. Yeah, but you know,
That was
whatever.
awesome. That was quite a day.
Yeah, it was good times other than the being in severe pain and totaling your car.
Yeah.
And you lost a drill or something in that, didn't you?
No, I got it back later
Oh, good.
when I went to my totaled vehicle to get all the stuff out of the back of it.
Somebody's got to do it. Did you find anything else on the interwebs, Dan?
Oh, someone said, I hope he didn't have any bugs hit him at that speed.
Yeah, because they would have gone right
That's-
through him.
That's the first thought you have when you're making a comment, is that you wish, you hope there's no bugs.
They're like, I remember being in the back of a Jeep once going 40 miles an hour. I got hit by a bug. I hope that didn't happen to Tom Cruise on an airplane. Actually, I feel a lot better about that question after I said it in that accident. Like, no, I get that. That makes, yeah, I hope Tom Cruise is okay too. I wonder whatever happened to his wife. She was in a lot of things until they got married, and I never saw her again.
Hmm.
Except for like on covers of People and stuff like that. I don't even remember her name. She was in some TV show. She was in Dawson's Creek.
Are you asking me to look at the internet again?
No, I just figured that if I looked at you, you were going to do a Google search for something. It's true. Her name is Aretha Franklin.
He has been married to actresses Mimi Rogers, Nicole Kidman, and Katie Holmes.
Yeah, that last one's the one I was talking about. Nicole Kidman, they got married while they were making that movie that they were in together about coming to America from Ireland. I don't remember what it's called.
Ooh, one remarkable thing that
Batman.
Tom Cruise's ex-wives have in common.
They all married Tom Cruise.
It's remarkable.
It's remarkable. So much so that I just made a remark about it. I mean, yeah, continue. What's the excitement here? Lucky with the ladies.
Tom openly admits his love for all women. They smell good. They look pretty. I love women. I do. What?
Wow, Nicole Kidman's taller than him. That's totally crazy.
He's always been religious, reading the Bible whenever he could.
He's the guy that was in that. He was in a movie based on some story. They were gonna make like a franchise out of it, but the character in the story is like 6'3", and like the whole point of the character was that he was big and intimidating. And Tom Cruise is like 5'6". What was that movie called? Do you remember that?
The Mummy?
Yeah, that's the one.
The
The
recent
Mummy.
one that
No.
I didn't see?
No, it was like Jack Walker or something like that. I can't remember.
Remember that when he jumped up and down on Oprah's couch?
I mean, I'd do that if I were on Oprah.
About
Actually, no,
being in
I'd
love
probably
with
just sit
Katie
and have a
Holmes.
drink. I'm also in love with Katie Holmes, though, so I get
I'm gonna
that.
find this video.
Katie Holmes is awesome.
I don't remember.
Or was at some point 10 years ago when I saw her the last time.
What was she in?
Dawson's Creek. She was only in the one thing. No, she was in a lot. She was in Disturbing Behavior,
Don't
the
remember it.
the movie from the 90s where all the kids get brainwashed and then like they kill people and then they kill themselves or something. I don't remember. It was probably a good movie in the 90s. It probably doesn't hold up very well now.
Not ringing any bells.
Oh, Dan's playing a thing.
Probably before my time.
Oh, he unplugged it, so there's no signal. Hey, look, there's Tom Cruise. He's eating his fist. Oprah's uncomfortable, obviously.
Well, he was just jumping on her
She's
couch.
leaning over the arm of her chair like she's trying to get away.
Here, I'm just going to turn it up on my computer.
Tom Cruise jumped on Oprah's couch, speaking of set pieces.
He did jump on Oprah's couch and then jumped right back off of it. Man, they hyped that up a lot compared to what just really happened. Now he's on the ground knocking on the floor. Wow, they made it sound like Tom Cruise went insane and was like doing backflips on the set of Oprah, and what we just watched was like really reasonable, mild stuff. Other than his shoes were on furniture.
Okay, she was the first Rachel in the new Batman series.
Yeah, she was
Batman
also in that.
Begins.
Good call. I did say Batman at some point, but I don't think I said it about her. That's weird. All right, Dan disappeared for a second, and now he's got an electric guitar in his hands. What are we doing?
Got to have something to do while I talk to you.
Yeah. Dan is more interesting when he's holding an instrument. It's true. He just looked at me like I'm in trouble. I might be in trouble. Can you hear any of that? Guys, I just want you to know that is what an electric guitar that's not plugged in sounds like.
Great. That's why I grabbed that into the acoustic so it wouldn't disrupt our podcast.
Give us a little blues like,
No.
oh. Yeah, that was pretty bluesy. It made me sad. That's exactly what I wanted to hear today.
Your strings bend a lot easier than mine, so kind of.
Yeah, they're flexible morally and physically. They're like, yeah, no, I could totally justify murdering a cat that was in my yard. What? Why would you do that with a guitar? No reason. Interesting point.
I think it's pretty safe
Guitar
to say
strings
that.
and violin strings used to be made out of cat intestines. So maybe a guitar would have a good reason to kill a cat. Just saying.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. What do you say we open the window and yell at some trees?
Yeah.
Dan likes that idea. We're going to do that. So, yeah, we're going to go yell at some trees, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are right now. Be
Sounds
safe.
good.
Always swerve to the right.